Hello. I started a podcast called Mind Training Adventures a few months ago, which is about some things that I really love, which is all the various mind training techniques that are out there and how they're transforming individuals, and they will transform the world slowly. Mindfulness, slowly and steadily. Wim Hof hypnotherapy, even things like, sprinting, particular activities, freestyle rap, so many things. And I'm actually just blown away by those. And within the content of the podcast that I was doing, I'm quite keen for not only talking about various techniques, but actually having real life examples. And over the last 10 or so episodes that I did, I've realized that it would be particularly interesting to have a real life example of a technique, put it to the test, and then give feedback. And the next step I'm seeing now, I've realized, is I should be the guinea pig. I'll just put those things to the test myself, which leads me to today, to this recording, because I have decided to adapt my podcast. So I'm going to move on to series 2, and I'm going to call it Expanding. Up until now, I've been exploring these techniques, I don't know if I could say passive, or maybe in an introverted way, and I'm curious of how they can impact the world. And personally, for me, a really big thing that I know I'm going to get to at some point is to communicate these techniques in a more professional way outside, to individuals and to companies as well. And I'm going to use this second series of the podcast to help me do that. So I'm going to do 12 episodes, and there I will either talk about a certain technique myself or interview some people and put those techniques to the test. And let's get started now. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, actually, which I'm going to implement, is accountability. For someone who is very good at procrastinating, like I am, accountability is massive. In fact, I would not have even started this podcast had it not been for some accountability. I actually made myself mention on LinkedIn that I'm going to do the podcast within a given time period, and that helped me start it after 1 year of procrastinating. So now I'm going to throw an accountability element to you. So what I'm going to say is I will, by the end of the series, so by the mid-January, I will talk at least one time to a company about these gems of mind training techniques that I have. I'm wondering what else to say. I'm feeling a bit nervous just having said that. I feel like a nervous smile coming on, but yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I'm thinking the ability that I can post these things to help me realize them. Thank you.